Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for your MJ fix. Not the hee-hee, but the 23. Not the Experts is live with Titus and Levi.
That's right. We are here once again on a Monday, 6 p.m. I'm Titus. That's Levi. This is Not the Experts, Butler Multimedia Production Studios, all that good stuff. We are here. The Last Dance parts 5 and 6 were on last night. Y'all know we've been recapping that every week on Monday. So we're getting the double dose, a double portion of us. So, yeah, that's what we're here to talk about tonight. Levi, what's happening, bro? Feeling good?
Feeling good, man.
You having a good Monday?
Yeah, man. Got my 18 holes in, so it's always a good day.
You in this golf thing
Dude,
past week.
Obsessed. I don't even want to look at my credit card statement to see how much money
Oh, you putting on the card?
Oh, yeah, bro. Of course.
Yeah, just don't look at it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna look at it.
Hit that automatic minimum payment and just keep moving.
Yeah, I do above the minimum pay. See, that's how
do.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I can afford above the minimum payment.
Yeah, when I spend, I just like pretty much pay it off before the due date.
Yeah, I try to pay it off as much as I can.
Yeah, because I don't like them. I don't like them asking me for money. I like just take more money and spend it.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's what's up. We're gonna get out there someday when I open my box, when I unbox my clubs from last year. That's so sad. I gotta get on that. I should go tomorrow for my birthday morning.
Dude, I'm down to go with you.
All right.
We'll talk about it after the show. We'll go in the morning.
We'll work on the after
First
show
or something.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, we got a little few notes we want to talk about. First of all, well, while we're here, this wasn't in the plans, but I just want everybody to go. The way you guys are voting on some of these polls right now is offensive to me deeply. So if these polls stay the way they are, the viewers are going to end up being not the experts of the week next week. I just want to let y'all know that that's just a warning. All right, if you don't want to be not the expert next week, y'all better get y'all minds together on these polls.
I'm okay how the polls are turning out.
I'm sure you are
so far.
I'm sure you are.
Yeah.
I won't reveal what you said before about how you agree with me, but it's okay. It's all right. We ain't got to do that. I'm gonna let you live. I'm gonna let you do what you do. You do what you do. You feel me? Yeah. So I think that's it. We do want to say rest in peace to Don Shula, who passed away. Legendary football coach, passed away at the age of 90 today. The winningest coach of all time, pretty much. And
in the NFL.
Yeah, in the NFL, and it's pretty much. It looks like that record's gonna be untouched. How many wins he had?
Yeah.
And to do it in a 14-game season is pretty wild because most of his career spent before it was 16 games.
Mm-hmm.
So he's true legend. Rest in peace to him. His family, condolences, and yeah. So
yeah,
rest in peace, Don Shula. We just wanted to make sure we acknowledge that happening today. You got anything you wanted to add to that?
No. Except for rest in peace, Don Shula. Much respect. Also, much respect. Shout out to his son, Mike Shula.
Yes.
Former Alabama QB and head coach.
Yes.
Who got us to the next 7 years. So thank you for being that catalyst.
Beautiful spin on that.
Yeah.
That was
It
gorgeous.
is.
Yeah, it was spectacular.
Mike Shula wasn't a bad coach for Alabama. He got us
it's just
beyond what exceeded all expectations from the outside.
Yeah.
Just not from the inside.
That's like the Alabama way, though.
That is the Alabama way.
It's like it's good, but it's not good enough.
Yeah.
It's never good enough.
Exactly.
Unless you win in multiples.
Yeah.
But yeah, so salute. So we will get right into it. Let's start with the Jordan doc. Part 5 and 6 came on last night. It kicked off in a very solemn way, which was unintentional, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they had all this planned before Kobe Bryant passed. But Kobe talking about MJ, MJ, that was
sad.
That was really tough to see.
Yeah.
Knowing that Kobe's not here. I've had a really hard time accepting the fact that Kobe Bryant is not here anymore.
Sam, I can't get through
it's been weird.
Yeah. I can't get through a Kobe Bryant video that has Gigi in it or that has something to do with what was his short called? For the love of the game.
Yeah, I think that's right. Dear Basketball?
Something like that. Dear Basketball.
Yeah.
I can't get through that without tearing up at least.
It's rough, man. It's
kind of rough. But it was great that they included it.
Yeah. I was glad they got that footage in.
Yeah.
I was glad they got that done. Same way I feel about David Stern stuff. I'm glad they talked to him before he passed. Because David Stern passed.
Yeah.
I was glad to see all those guys be able to be a part of this. And to see how deferential Kobe is to Mike. was really interesting. Because I don't think anyone, I know I didn't, for one, know how deep their relationship was until the service that they had at the Staples Center.
Yeah.
When Michael talked. I don't think a lot of people knew how deep it was. People on the outside, at least. People on the inside knew, I guess. But yeah, I didn't realize how much of a brother role Michael played for him.
Yeah.
Until they showed that. And then seeing them at the All-Star game was just fun. The funniest thing was me hearing Michael call that little Laker boy.
Yeah.
Like, yo, he just called
exactly
that little Laker boy.
Yeah, he knew what was up, but it's kind of just, it's like what's that rivalry, or it might be Ohio State Michigan. I think they got into one year. They're like, yeah, we don't say that team's name. That's the team down south. Yeah, Michigan would call Ohio State the team down south. So it's kind of the crazy competitive type thing.
For sure.
Yeah, if you say their name, that's too much respect. Yeah, so give them a slight.
And he was still like 19 at that time, I think.
Yeah.
So it was like, you don't need to know your name yet. Your name doesn't matter. And Kobe was, like Kobe said, I think Kobe said the thing, he was struggling at the beginning of his career. His first couple years were rough because he was young and the league was older back then. A lot older back then. So he was still like 19 or something.
He's 19.
He wasn't starting.
He wasn't starting. And the problem with Kobe is that, well, you live and die by Kobe, and it's a good thing. It's also a bad thing, but Kobe Bryant never met a shot he didn't like. So in his first 2-3 years, he was struggling because he said himself he'd be airballing a lot. People, booing him at home and away.
I think he had those 2 playoff airballs that.
Yeah. I think what's crazy too is talking about how Jordan was such a role model for Kobe Bryant when it came to developing his game and playing in the NBA. That's a relationship that's been undervalued by us and the media, I would say. And not talked about enough, because I think a lot of times we wouldn't think of Michael Jordan as a mentor or serving in the mentor role. No, and we never heard about that. So that kind of sheds some light on, I guess a lot of us are going back and forth on, is MJ a, bleep hole, or is he actually kind of a good guy? And, I mean, this sheds light on, it's
like a mix. Like a mix of both. But he had that mentor thing, which, I mean, I guess it's something that we haven't heard about because we haven't really seen it. I know there's stories of him in Charlotte, but it wasn't really mentor stories. But there are also guys around the league that have always said he's helped them with different things. I know, I think Rich Hampton said the other week that Michael told him to develop his mid-range jumper, specific mid-range shot, like a dribble pull-up, because he didn't have that yet, and Michael's the one that influenced him to develop that. So it's like he's kind of played in the middle of both. So it was really interesting to see that, though, because I think the way Kobe and MJ have always been pitted as rivals, not as people who would, have been like close like that. They always were pitted as like, oh, Kobe or MJ. Kobe was emulated style. We all knew Kobe emulated MJ. Like his entire style was influenced by MJ, but we never knew how close they were during that style and how like their relationship blossomed because of that. And it was, like I said, it's really cool to see Jordan in that mentor role.
It's really cool to see him in the mentor role. And Kobe Bryant is also your ideal pupil, as in, he has much respect for the game of basketball. He has much respect for the people who came before him. And he said it himself, there's no Kobe Bryant, or there is no 5 championships without Michael Jordan. And he just, I wouldn't say copied his craft, but you learn from what the people have done in the past, and you try to make it better and make it your own. So
for sure. And you seen that side by side video of them playing?
It's almost identical. A lot
it's
of
crazy.
Times.
It's crazy to look at. But how well he was able to just mimic what Michael did, and then, that's one that, to me, that's like an amazing feather in the cap of Michael. Is like, you influenced the guy who went and won 5.
Exactly.
And then to see them. Just their relationship is beautiful. I wish there was more on that. I'd like to know more about their relationship than what we got. I'd like to see more in depth of that.
This could honestly,
really awesome.
This 10-part series could honestly be a 20-part series. And I'm sure they have enough film footage and interviews to do it. And
there's got to be an unedited, the unedited footage that they, or the footage that they have on the cutting room floor is what they call it. It's got to be dope. Still some dope stuff that got left out for time constraints.
I'm sure this won't be the last of. I'm sure maybe another.
They gotta drop. They gotta drop the super DVD with all the B-roll footage for sure. They will get some more stories. I think the next pandemic they're gonna save all that. The next pandemic, like Jordan Last Dance B-roll. The Last Dance B-roll footage.
When we're all indoors hiding from the
murder
hornets.
Yeah, exactly.
From the murder hornets.
The murder hornets are getting more intense, y'all. So I just need y'all to all be careful and keep those. If they're, I think they're on the West Coast. Stay over there. Please don't come down here. We got enough going on. Because I don't want them problems. But I think I don't think I have anything else to add for that. Do you? Kobe and MJ?
Yeah. Shout out to Kobe. Shout out to MJ.
Yes, sir. So now we'll give a not shout out. Converse fumbled the bag, bro.
Yeah.
They fumbled the bag so badly.
They blew a 3-1 lead.
They blew a 3-1 lead.
On everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody. The man, Jordan, so I mean, if y'all watched the documentary, you saw last night that Jordan wanted to sign the Converse.
Yeah.
Converse wasn't necessarily interested in signing Jordan because they couldn't see them signing in 21-year-old when they had Bird, Magic.
Well, they don't. So
they had an all-star roster already.
Yeah. Well, it didn't. I don't think it wasn't that Converse didn't want to sign him. I think it was Michael's agent, who I don't know his name. If somebody wants to throw that in the comments, if you know it, what's his name?
Falk.
Yeah. Huge. I mean, huge shout out to him or respect to him. Absolutely. Because he envisioned MJ as being the iconic MJ, the number one marketer for any brand. And so the thing is, he wanted to turn him into a golfer or a tennis player. The individual sports who did have the single sponsorships and do a lot of promotions, ad work. And he envisioned that, wanted Converse to do it. And I think it wasn't they didn't want to do a shoe with MJ. It was like, we're not going to single him out. We're not going to make him what you want him and do just exclusive stuff for him and make a show or a shoe for him. We're just going to treat him like all the other stars because they had everybody.
They had an all-star roster. So in their minds, it made sense.
Yeah.
But also, man, you dropped that bag.
Yeah, they did. I mean, I don't blame them because hindsight's 2020, right?
Yeah. I mean, a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit though.
Yeah.
It's like a century old, not the expert.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would say more ultimate, not the expert, or dropping the bag for Converse is Adidas, bro. MJ wanted Adidas.
Oh, yeah, that's who he wanted, Adidas.
That's who he wanted. And Adidas said, yeah, we love you, MJ, but problem is we couldn't make it. Think about that. Adidas couldn't make a shoe for MJ. What is Adidas's job, Titus? What does Adidas do?
They're a shoe company.
They're a shoe company. Their whole business model revolves around making and selling shoes, and they couldn't make a shoe.
That is depressing.
They're like, I'm sorry, Jordan. All our factories are dedicated to making Stan Smiths. We got to make another version of the Stan Smith because everybody loves the Stan Smith. We can't have the MJs. We got to put that on the back burner.
That's sad. That's so sad.
Trust me. I've already made this projection chart over the next 50 years. Bruh. This is what Stan Smith shoes will do, and these are what MJ shoes will do. You know what?
Can we just name them not the experts of the century?
Yeah.
For whatever, because this is what, 80-something?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Of the 80s. It's not the expert of the 80s. The whole 80s.
Good Lord.
So much money was lost.
Adidas, man.
Because Nike won, bruh.
Yeah, they
Nike
won.
Came up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nike did everything.
They fell butt backwards into that one too, man.
Yes, they did. They didn't earn that. They just fell into their lap.
Nike's like the Mark Cuban, billionaires, because Mark Cuban always says it too. He's like, hey man, I had an idea and I just got lucky because the stock market was hot and nobody had really come up with it. It's simple. I just kind of fell butt backwards into billions of dollars, and so has Nike.
Right, that's
hundreds of billions of dollars. They fell.
That's a fact.
Butt backwards.
So Converse still might have the dopest commercial ever.
Yes.
Honestly, bro. They had all their athletes in a rap commercial.
Yes. You had Magic in there. You had Bird.
Yeah.
You had was it David Robinson? Was he in there maybe?
Let me see.
I'm not the Admiral. Yeah. But yeah. Of course the highlight for me was Bird, because I'm like,
I walked
Bird.
away with the MVP.
Yeah.
The flow was such a bad commercial, but it had to be so awesome at the time.
Bro.
It's like, look at all the athletes rapping.
Yeah. If my kids, future made-up kids, ever asked me, Dad, what was the 80s like? And, I wasn't in the 80s, so I got to come up with something. I'm just going to pull up the YouTube video of the Converse commercial. I'm going to say, kids, this was the 80s. It's going to be the Converse rap. And it encapsulates it all. The hairstyle, the rap style of the day, the shoes.
Yeah, Bird. It was Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, Kevin McHale.
Yeah.
And Mark McGuire.
Mark McGuire was in there?
Yeah, I believe so. And
Mark McGuire?
No, Aguirre.
Oh,
McGuire.
I thought you were saying McGuire.
No. But yeah, that commercial's lit. Yeah. It's one of the best commercials ever, and it needs to come back.
Yeah.
My father says Converse did not have the vision to see what was in front of them, so they don't get a pass.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I agree.
So how long did it take Converse to change their basketball shoes?
That's a good point. They were out of the game for a minute.
Well, because that was a huge liability.
Yeah.
Converse would have went out of business if they had players out there wearing those same basketball shoes.
Yeah, their shoes was wilding
today.
Yeah.
No ankle support at all.
At all whatsoever.
No.
Yeah, their shoes is different.
Yeah.
They tried to make the comeback though. Shout out to Converse. Chucks. Converse always look nice, but I feel like when I put a Converse on, like I don't like how this feels on my foot.
I'm not wearing a Converse.
Yeah, but I like their look. I just don't like their feel.
Yeah.
That's the only thing with them.
Yeah.
But they probably could have felt better if they had that Jordan money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lost that.
Yeah.
Fumbled that bag.
Sure did.
But yeah, so other thing I thought about? Could another brand have done with Jordan what Nike did? Because one thing Nike has had for years is the ability to make really dope commercials.
Yeah.
Ever since I've been alive, they're making dope commercials.
So
they know how to sell stuff very well.
Nike is like, Titus, those progressive commercials or progressive. Mm-hmm. I've made the claim for a few years now that Progressive, the company, is really just a marketing company that sells insurance on the side.
It's deep.
Yeah, I really think it is. It was like a group of people maybe in college, they were in the same marketing class and they just had a lot of group projects together, came up with a lot of good ideas.
Right.
And they're like, guys, we should create our own marketing company. Got out there for a couple of years. It was rough, couldn't get any clients. And they're like, hey guys, what if we sold something on this? Like, what if we, created our own company, created our own product to sell? And so, yeah, let's sell crappy internet insurance. And so that's what they do.
I don't know if Progressive's crappy because I don't know if they're crappy.
Well, I don't know. Okay, but
I'm not
going to trust internet insurance.
Let's protect potential future sponsorships.
Okay.
Yeah.
Flo, if you're listening, I'm sorry.
Yeah, shout out to Flo one time.
Yeah.
But I do see what you're saying because their commercials. Yeah. I do see what you're saying.
Nike, I said all that just to say I feel like it's gotten to the point where Nike is a marketing company that also sells shoes and sporting equipment on the side.
Yeah.
Because that's how good it is.
Yeah, they're impressive.
Yeah.
It's wild.
I'm not an expert, but I would say Adidas may have Nike beat a little bit when it comes to the comfort and performance of a shoe.
It's possible. I only own one pair of Adidas. I don't remember what they're called, to be honest.
The Ultra Boost?
No, I don't think the Ultra Boost.
The Alpha Bounce?
You're saying
those
words.
Are both
I don't know which ones they are.
The Yeezys?
No, they're definitely not Yeezys. I tell you, I hate the way Yeezys look.
Bro, would you say though that Kanye West is the Michael Jordan of Adidas? Or Michael Jordan of Nike?
He's more the Steph Curry of Adidas.
No,
because Nike
rejected
him. Because Nike rejected him.
Who, Kanye?
Yeah.
But he was with Nike at first.
Yeah, and then they were like, we're good.
Yeah, but
they got out the game.
I think
the same way
I think Kanye is just fine with that.
The same way they got out the Steph Curry game and he went to Under Armour.
Yeah, so it's a terrible move. I will not buy a pair of Steph Curry. I'm not going to buy Under Armour basketball shoes.
The problem with the Under Armour shoes is that
they look good.
Some of them don't.
Some of them do.
Yeah, they messed up. They had the bag in their hands and they fumbled it with those yard work 12s that they dropped with Curry's name on them. Remember those?
No, I don't remember those.
During the finals that they blew that lead in, they unveiled those terrible looking Steph Curry shoes.
I might have to go back and look at that.
I'll pull them up. Yeah, it was bad.
I feel like I remember that being news.
There's a very interesting section about that in the Warriors book too. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you gotta when you read that, so we can do the podcast before you're gonna get left out the podcast. You have about 2 more weeks. I'm gonna just do it without you, just so you know. So but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Under Armour shoes. They just exist.
Yeah, they're whatever. I don't own a pair. Don't plan on owning a pair.
I think my dad owns some Under Armours actually, and he likes them.
Yeah, my dad does too. He's straight.
He doesn't. I think he uses them for referee and stuff.
Yeah. But there wouldn't be a Nike today without Jordan,
That's a fact.
And there really wouldn't be the Air Jordan that we know today if there wasn't Nike, and there definitely wouldn't be either two of those concepts if it wasn't for the visionary agent of Michael Jordan.
Yeah, David Falk.
I didn't know how I wanted to phrase that.
Name again. Yeah, David Falk. Yeah, no, dude, David Falk had a genius game plan.
Yeah,
and he executed it to perfection.
He did.
Salute to him. He needs all the money.
Yeah, and
he got all the money, but he needs all of it.
Was he the one who coined the term Air Jordan 2?
I think they may have said that.
Yeah, I mean, he made it sound like it because he said they just came out with the air foams. Yeah, the air foams or something like that. So. The bottoms of the shoes. Yeah, he was like, so Air Jordan.
Yeah, if he didn't, not the experts.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter if we're wrong. Not experts. But I think it did allude to that. But yeah, his game plan was very smart. Like you said earlier, to roll him out as like a solo athlete.
Yeah.
Instead of as a team, roll him out as an individual player. Which, I mean, basketball has always been made of individual stars, so it made sense anyway.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, salute to that. Shout out to David Falk.
Yeah.
So let's get into the fun. Let's get into the actual basketball stuff.
Yes.
The Dream Team. One of the greatest basketball conglomerations ever assembled.
Yeah.
They did magical things at the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
That team was so much fun. Isaiah Thomas wasn't on. Did you know Isaiah Thomas wasn't on the Dream Team?
No.
Did you know that?
I might have heard them mention that once or twice on ESPN.
Yeah, no one knows why though. Isaiah doesn't know why no one likes him.
Well, we found out that MJ apparently has nothing to do with it.
No, yeah, MJ's always maintained he had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I do like that though.
Yeah, right.
MJ's like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I'm MJ.
Yeah,
I'm just playing. I just play basketball.
Stick to it. But the funny thing about that is Magic Johnson said in his book, co-written by Jackie McWilling in like the 90s, that no one wanted Isaiah on the team.
Yeah, and
everyone knows why Isaiah's on the team except for Isaiah and people in Detroit.
Yeah,
everybody else understands except people that were in Detroit.
Yeah, which they kind of repeated that in last night's episodes. Yeah. It was Scottie Pippen, Patrick Ewing, Larry Bird didn't like him. Yeah, so it was pretty much nobody liked him.
No one wanted him there. But yeah, so the Dream Team, man, that roster was so crazy. And you see they didn't lose game. They won like every game by like 30 points.
Yeah.
It's just rude.
Yeah,
just
crazy.
It's just being rude as a country.
I mean, to be kind of fair, I guess, or critical, the international competition wasn't what it is today.
It wasn't. But you remember when we sent that new Dream Team over there, what happened?
What? This past year?
No, the few years ago. The second, like the second Dream Team.
Oh, yeah.
LeBron,
we won gold,
Kobe.
didn't we?
Yeah, badly. Yeah, we smoked everybody.
Yeah, smoked everybody. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
When we decided to send everybody over there, it gets dark really quickly.
Oh, for sure.
In some countries, but yeah, their national team is definitely much better now.
Yeah, for sure.
Then it was like, I think in that era, it was like, it'd be like one country would come up and be competitive, but then they still get smoked.
We, going back to kind of the Isaiah thing.
Yeah.
So we have been talking about like, we don't know why.
Yeah.
But Kermit Frog, he mentions nobody likes Isaiah because the way he played. My problem is I don't know the way he played because I wasn't really there.
But it wasn't necessarily a style of play. It was he had like different personal issues with different people on the team. I think the Bulls thing was style of play, but like it was a personal thing that happened with Bird at one point, and which wasn't even necessarily his fault. I think Rodman kind of initiated it, and he was just there laughing.
I think
that was you laughing. That was like you laughing. That was one of those moments.
Yeah,
where you get in trouble for laughing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then the Magic Johnson thing. That's a much deeper issue that they ran into.
I think Isaiah Thomas overall for most of them, they pretty much it wasn't really the way he played. It was he was guilty by association, or he was hated by association of the other people who was on his team and the name they carried of being the bad boys and the way they played, but also too, he was the best one of the team and he was the leader of the team. So, association type thing, you let it. And just, I'm sure the way he carries himself, he does carry himself. And
he's the person, I said before, he's the person that no one likes. He doesn't know why he's the person that no one likes. He can't figure out why no one likes him. He's always throwing shade and saying something slick.
Yeah. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten into politics because to me, he seems like a very good, a natural born politician.
My man broke the suit out for the documentary interview. He was in the suit.
I've never seen Isaiah Thomas not in a suit unless he's in a basketball uniform.
Exactly.
He's
always in a suit with the slick smile.
Yeah.
And then like saying something real off the cuff. That's like, that's kind of shady. That's a real slick thing to say, Isaiah. You didn't get that off just because you smiled and you're wearing a suit. I heard what you said.
But at the same time, though, some people aren't even really fully absorbing what he's saying.
Right.
Because he's how old, and he looks like he's still in his 20s, like the baby face Isaiah Thomas. And he just looks like a trustworthy guy. He talks like a guy you want to be, best friends with. But yeah, he's just that sneaky, conniving.
Yeah, he's 59 years old.
59?
59.
Oh my God.
That's kind of wild.
Have y'all seen Isaiah Thomas, what he looks like today?
He still looks pretty young.
I would say he looks like he's 30.
Yeah, he looks pretty young.
Black don't crack.
That's a fact.
For sure.
But yeah, so the dream team, I think the most interesting part about this last night, well, the practice talk was really fun.
Yeah.
I wish they could just show that whole practice that they had, because that looked really fun.
I think you can go on YouTube and watch pretty much all of it.
Yeah, I think that footage was like hidden somewhere. I think
maybe.
Yeah. So they probably just got it exclusive for that.
I've seen it before, though.
I think it was a different one. That was another one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's like a few practices. But I think that was the most intense one. Those stories had to be legendary. All the stories had to just be incredible. The trash talking was funny. Hearing them get more intense, and then Magic being like, "Oh, I touched him. It's got to be a foul because it's Jordan." That was really funny to hear. And I really enjoyed that. I love everything about the Dream Team, though. They did
Me too.
NBA. I think NBA TV did something with that Dream Team a couple years ago, and it was really dope.
I think they I think they did too.
Every few years the Dream Team comes up, and every few years we got to talk about Isaiah Thomas not being on it. So I think that did happen. They did talk about.
I think that's where I've seen the practices before, because from that, and you can find it on YouTube. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, legendary practices and
gambling sessions.
And think about this. I actually just thought of this, and I'll give a little shout out. I actually got a Christian Laettner Hawks shirt on. He was on the Dream Team. That was intentional, unintentional. I did not know Christian Laettner was on the Hawks until I saw this shirt.
Oh, I didn't know he was on the Hawks either.
And I got this shirt because it was on sale, and I was like, a Mitchell and Ness Hawks shirt, I'll take it. Laettner.
Yeah. And then there's not to be Laettner.
Yeah, but imagine, and so I think it's funny too. Christian Laettner is the one dude. Who did he replace? Alonzo Mourning, I think.
I think so.
Was it
Alonzo or Shaq? I think somebody said Shaq could have been on it.
It might have been, or I thought somebody was injured. I think it was Alonzo Mourning. He was injured or something. So they pull Christian Laettner up.
Yeah.
And he doesn't get to do anything. He doesn't get to play or practice really.
Right.
But what I think is so funny is that if maybe a prime Christian Laettner was, because Christian Laettner was a huge trash talker. Think about how more interesting and how more fun that would have been too. Throwing him, because he's just as crazy and competitive as the rest of them, dude. So think about, if you think like those practices and those little skirmishes were scrappy then, but think about like what it would have been if you threw Christian Laettner into the mix.
He even talked so much trash, scoring 0 points.
Yeah. No, exactly. That would have put him in this place, but him being that ultra competitor.
He's been in there trying it.
That's what would make it so fun.
Yeah, he definitely been trying it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the Dreams. I think the game that got highlighted more than anything was the fact that Tony Kukoc got jumped during the game.
Yeah, that's so funny,
bro. I was like, Tony was just out here balling for Croatia, and he didn't even understand what's going on. He just knows that Jerry Krause wants to pay him money to come play in the NBA, and he doesn't understand that Scottie and Michael hate him because Jerry Krause likes him so much.
Yeah,
and he's over there trying to offer him more money than he's paying Scottie Pippen. So then he just shows up at this game like, oh, cool, I get to play against the American. This will be fun. And they're like, nah, we taking it serious, dog. You're not doing. Imagine getting double teamed by Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen.
Yeah,
just in Olympic basketball,
you're screwed.
Yeah, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, and when you've been playing overseas, like not in the NBA,
right.
He said, "This is how you know he's thrown off." He said, "I wasn't used to having somebody standing next to me, throughout the whole 40 minutes of the game." It's like, yeah, dude, that's called defense.
They played him more serious. They played him so seriously.
Yeah,
they took that game extra serious.
Yeah,
and then you heard they said in the locker room, like Michael and Scottie both told him, "Look, me and Scottie got Tony. Send him to us. This is on him the whole game." And Tony's like, I don't even know why y'all don't like me. I ain't even come to America yet. I've been over here. I'm making more over here. Why would I come over there? I'm good.
Yeah,
they just hate him.
And envision this. I think this sums it up and is comedic in itself. Yes. Envision MJ and Scottie Pippen pulling sort of Waterboy type moments all throughout that game where, Waterboy sees the quarterback and pre-snap and he imagines it's, somebody else's head on that quarterback and they're talking about his mama and he gets really mad and he starts grunting and growling and he's ready to get after him and he hurts him and they're like, "What did I do to you? Like, what's going on?" And so I imagine Scotty and MJ, when they walked out on that court in the arena and they saw Kukoc, they just saw Jerry Krause's head on top of Kukoc the whole time. And Scottie Pippen just saw Jerry Krause saying, "No, I'm not giving you a raise." And Jordan just kept saying, Krause saying, "This is a great organization. The organization is what wins championships." Yeah.
And it was just over. It was over for Tony from there.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Tony, and also imagine being from like a war-torn country dealing with civil war. You're out here trying to play basketball, and then these two dudes just hate you, and you don't know why.
Yeah.
You got beef in a country you haven't even been to yet.
Mm-hmm.
You got whole beef with two Americans. You haven't even been. You ain't seen the Chicago Towers yet.
Exactly.
You ain't even had a hot dog.
Mm-hmm.
You just out here living.
Yeah.
And then they hate you. I feel so bad for them. Those highlights are so bad.
It's such a first world versus third world predicament.
Yeah,
Tony Kukoc is out here in his homeland just trying to survive, feed himself, and feed his family. And he walks out onto a basketball court to represent his war-torn country and represent them proud. And then he's got these, apparently he's the most popular dude in America next to MJ. And he's got the whole dream team mad at him. He's like, "What did I do? I've just been starving and trying to survive here. What did I do to you?"
Do you think he called Krause like, "So why do my teammates who haven't played with hate me already?"
Yeah.
What caused it? You didn't tell me this when I signed the contract.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that they hated me already.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to come practice with that. You see what they did to me?
Yeah.
For Olympic pride.
What I think is funny too is before they even got into the whole Tony Kukoc thing, they did show that little clip when they were still talking about MJ wearing the shoes. At the Garden. Yeah. That was Tony Kukoc, wasn't it?
He was
talking to him
Tony,
after the game before the game. Yeah, he was like, "I've got a pair like that." And Jordan just like,
"You were 12 when these came out."
Yeah, he was like, "You ain't got this." He was like, I'm surprised he didn't say, "You're from a third world country. What do you know about? You can't afford these."
It was so funny. Yeah, because it was funny because he was like, and the funny thing was Mike was like, "Tony turned out to be a great teammate. It's just at the time, he wasn't the guy."
Yeah.
And then Scotty after the game, like, I mean, if that did, he couldn't handle that. He probably shouldn't be in the NBA.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love to. Yeah, the reporter asked that post game, and then runs over to Michael and he's like, "Guess what, MJ? Guess what? Guess what Scotty just said? He just said Tony Kukoc
need to be here.
Shouldn't even play." And then Michael's like,
Michael's like, "Come on, he wasn't that bad."
Yeah.
Michael's still being the nice guy.
Yeah.
Whereas Scotty's like, "This dude will take my money. I hate him."
Yeah.
And Mike's like, "Bro, we can use." Mike's like, "Think about it. We can use him a little bit.
Yeah.
We can use him." But yeah, that was really dope. And I like how Tony was like, "Well, I didn't play very well in that game."
Mm-hmm.
It was just like his play. I'm like, we see that, bro.
Yeah.
But shout out to Tony for playing better in the championship. In the
he
gold medal
did come
game.
Back.
He played better, and they lost 85-117.
Yeah.
But you know what? He got his personal redemption, and sometimes that's more important than the final score.
I think he still only put up like 16 points. In that game.
Hey,
but
you know what?
The highlights look good though.
Exactly. It made for better highlights than the first game.
And
so salute to Tony.
Yeah,
because Tony came back. You lost, but you know what? You fought. It's one of them Pyrrhic victories.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he had. A moral victory. He was able to come to the NBA and be a decent, successful player.
Hey, much respect to you, Tony.
Absolutely.
But judging by his interviews and his recent interviews of today that was featured in the documentary, doesn't seem like he's too over or.
I wouldn't be either.
Yeah.
I ain't lie. You don't get to just jump me and then I gotta come play with y'all and then we get be happy about it. Like, nah, I didn't ask for none of that, bro.
Yeah.
I'd still be mad.
Yeah.
You embarrassed me on national in the nation, in front of the world, literally the world, bro.
Exactly.
You embarrassed me in the Olympics for no reason because you was mad that I didn't even come over there.
Yep.
It was wild. So yeah, salute to Tony. So then we get into the finals. We said the Sun series.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan played. The two final series highlighted were the Suns and the Trailblazers.
Which the Trailblazers was first.
Yeah, Trailblazers was 92.
Clyde the Glide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
91, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were the second leg of the three-peat.
Yeah.
With Clyde Drexler. And also Clyde Drexler got it for no reason other than people were saying that, it's going to be a battle of two shooting guards. And then Jordan's like, 2 shooting guards? No, I'm better than him.
I don't think I think it was, he said that they were comparing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They were comparing. They're
Yeah.
comparing Jordan to Drexler.
Yeah,
they're like
Jordan
it's similar
appreciate that.
games. They're both the same position. They're both the same build. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And MJ said that was really disrespectful to me when they tried to compare me to Clyde Drexler.
Everything disrespects Jordan.
Yeah.
Anything that's like similar.
But that's what I love about Michael Jordan.
It's hilarious. It's so funny to go back and hear him still talk about it. Like, I felt very disrespected. And then he goes out and just bombs 6 threes and 35 points in a half.
Mm-hmm.
in game 1.
That's
how would you, if that happens to you in game 1, do you just forfeit the rest of the series mentally?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, all right, well, he's gonna be on. That's what he's gonna do now.
Mm-hmm.
He only shoot 3. He's gonna make 6 of them. All right, that's what he's on.
Mm-hmm.
6 threes was the finals record, by the way, back then.
No way.
Yeah, it was like the record. 6 threes.
What's the record now? Like 12, 13?
Probably, yeah. I think so.
Steph
I think Ray said it, and then I think Steph broke it.
Yeah.
Because I think Ray had it for a minute.
Yeah, I think it's like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's funny to see the evolution of the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, Magic just out here. I mean, Jordan's out here bombing on Clyde Drexler for no reason other than someone dared to compare them to their games at that time. Jordan's just out here, man. When Jordan's get mad at people, and it happened in both series too, because he was like, "Oh yeah, Jerry Krause like Dan Marley," so I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna cook him," because he thought he was a good defender, so I'm gonna just cook him, and then average 40 a game in the whole series. He averaged 40 against the Suns. That was his average.
Yeah, 41.
Yeah, 41 points.
Yeah,
and 8 assists.
And so yeah, that's what's
what is that? That's me in 2K. I do that.
Yeah, and that's
literally a 2K.
That's
game.
a record that's never going to be broken.
No,
I think it's safe to say.
No,
but what's crazy is that too, and Frog just threw this in the comments, is that the round mound of rebound himself, Charles Barkley, balled out too. Probably had the best playoff series or championship.
Yeah, he was incredible.
I mean, that was his one championship game though, wasn't it? Or series?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, his one final series, but finals. I mean, balled out completely, and then it was devastating to him because
the Suns overall played very well in that series.
Yeah,
the best scores. They were very competitive.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they didn't have enough.
They didn't. Enough. And Charles Barkley said that's when he learned. It was one of those games very early on at the end. Was it game 1?
Yeah, I think so.
Because he had put up 41 something.
Game 1. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and Jordan put up a little more than him, but he said that's when I knew that. He said I always thought or had the mentality that I'm the best basketball player in the NBA. There's nobody better than me. And then he walked away that night knowing that he wasn't like Michael Jordan was better than him.
Yeah, and there was one game where they both scored 41. Like they each put up 41.
Well, they each put 41 up, and then Michael had like 5 more assists than him, and like the same amount of rebounds, something like that.
It was crazy, man. The effort that it took from Michael just to win that series is what's crazy. Because he literally had to score 41 for them to be able to win that series.
Yeah.
He had to score 41 a game for them to be able to win.
Yeah, exactly.
In the playoff series. That's wild.
And the Suns, too, and my favorite quote in there that was also being brought up in the comments is they got mad. It was whatever. They went back to Chicago.
Oh, yeah, and they had
windows boarded up and everything. They thought there was about to be a celebration parade.
Yes.
And Charles told them after the game, they came in there and won, and they said, "I'll
take that bleep off the windows."
Yeah, take that bleep off the windows.
And that was back during I think that was still the 2-3-2 format for the finals, where
it was. Yeah,
you had the last 2 games would be in one place, and then you have 3 in the middle. That
I favor the 2-3-2.
I have mixed feelings on it. Like I get the 2-3-2.
Actually, I do like the 2-2-1.
Yeah, I understand that. I think it did more for travel reasons.
Yeah,
but I kind of like the back and forth. I think the last home game, the game 7, I like the back and forth, even with a couple extra days. I kind of like that a little more because 2-3-2 it can be a very distinct advantage if you go up early.
Yeah,
if you haven't. Cause I remember they still had it when the Heat played the Thunder. They were still 2-3-2. Yeah. And I remember Dwayne Wade specifically saying we were not going back to Oklahoma City. Yeah, like, it wasn't happening. So like it can give a real advantage and disadvantage either way because like you get 3 home games in the middle, you can alter a series right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so 2-3-2 was wild, and that whole series. That's actually a series I would go back and like watch because those games look like so much fun. And as usual, John Paxson, the unsung hero of the Bulls dynasty.
Yeah. I kind of felt when I was watching that, I was thinking, man, I should have put John Paxson in there instead of Steve Kerr yesterday for the one gotta go.
Oh yeah, Paxson was that dude.
Yeah, I got to look up
that dude.
I forgot talking about that whole season in general. Another reason why Jordan let the dogs out during that finals is because Barkley, Chuck, he won.
Oh, he won MVP
that year.
Yeah, and I didn't appreciate that.
Kobe pointed that out in the comments, and he also pointed out I didn't know MJ finished 3rd that year.
Yeah,
he finished 2nd.
I forgot because I saw it on They played on Scott Van Pelt show last night because they showed the MVP voting that year. But yeah, he finished 3rd. I can't remember who was 2nd though.
Yeah. So
MVP season.
Yeah. Well, so we know that MJ, probably
any kind of slight, he will take it.
Yeah, he'll take it.
And if he takes it, it's gonna be bad for you.
But we can say he's maybe similar in that category as LeBron James is, where you can make a legitimate argument that LeBron should win MVP every year that he's played.
Yeah.
But so with MJ, but people get tired of it, and we're not going to name you MVP every year.
I think the main difference for LeBron specifically is sometimes he takes LeBron don't acknowledge the fact he takes like half the regular season off sometimes.
Yeah,
ain't that crazy?
Let's see. Jordan averaged 32.6 points. Akeem 26.1. Barkley 25.6. Rebounds. Akeem had more rebounds.
Yeah, of course.
So more points and more rebounds.
Yeah, Akeem was a monster.
Jordan had more assists. Jordan had more steals. And Akeem had more blocks.
Yeah, naturally.
I'm wondering why did Charles Barkley win the MVP? It sounds like it should have been Akeem or MJ over him.
The MVP's weird sometimes. Well, I know sometimes they just get tired of certain people and they just give it to someone else. But I think Barkley led. I don't know if that's one of the things where the Suns weren't expected to be where they were, and Charles kind of led them there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you want to break it down to
because if the Suns had a better record, you know how that goes.
Yeah,
better record always gets the edge on that.
Well, and Jordan had a better win share too, so.
But win shares that wasn't no worry back then. You know that?
All right. Yeah. So fun facts. Sorry, got caught up on that.
No, we had to know the history.
Anything else with Sun season?
I think that was it for me. That was just like Jordan averaged 40 points for an entire final series.
Yeah,
and that's just that's ridiculous.
Let's go. Wise to go.
It's insane. And the playing him in the finals could have been the move.
Yeah,
couldn't have been the move at all. Let's get into the slop. You ready to get toxic?
Yeah, I'm ready to get into the.
Let's get toxic.
Into the slim of it.
Did Jordan have a gambling problem? Let's get right to it.
Jordan does not have a gambling problem. Jordan has a competition problem. If Jordan wanted to stop gambling, he could stop gambling today, okay? What it really is that he has the need and the urge to compete every day, Titus. That's it.
Yes.
He doesn't have a gambling problem at all.
No, with money on the line. Sometimes competition happens with money on the line.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Look, money makes everything. Look, when you're putting stakes down, it makes things more interesting. And when you got as much money as Michael Jordan does, I think that's okay, man.
Yeah.
He can pay off those debts. Yeah. Just like that $1.7 million he owed that one dude who decided to write a book about it.
Yo, what was that?
Bro,
that's
shout
like
out
the biggest clout chasing move ever.
Shout out to that dude though, because I know he more than doubled his profits. I'm sure he finally got his money.
He got arrested.
And I'm sure those book sales was probably way more than that.
He got arrested before that, right? I think he said that.
I think he did. Yeah.
And my man brought a book. Jordan and me our gambling problem.
Yeah, with a picture of them out on the golf course.
My man
chilling.
Said our gambling problem.
Yeah. Our gambling. Yes. Yeah. I noticed that too. I was like, man, way to
market that, boy.
I love that.
He sold that
dude. He saw a window of opportunity.
He did, and he took it.
Took it real
quick.
He
definitely took it.
Shout out to him on that.
The Jordan gambling stuff was really, really wild. And the footage of the security dude beating him at throwing quarters at a wall. For like what, $100 or whatever?
All right. So can we get to that first image? Thank you.
Is it him?
Yes. My boy. This Titus is part of the reason why I said this could easily be a 20-part documentary series, because I want at least 2 episodes dedicated to Mr. John Michael Wozniak.
Shouts to him.
The security guard who gave him the Jordan shrug. I don't even know what they were playing. Heads or tails, gambling?
I think my father explained to me, I think you got to get closer to the wall with your toss, I think.
That seems like such an easy game. Dude, gambling games are the easiest games. But they're also the stupidest too. Isn't dice pretty much you just like saying you're going to hit a number and you got to hit the number?
Dice can get complex.
I don't know it.
Dice can get weird. I don't play dice because it gets a little too weird.
Yeah.
I remember they banned dice in my middle school because people were wilding. That was at Gardner Newman. Do you remember that? You remember Miss Christina? It happened this year too.
What happened?
That.
Oh, really?
I don't like it because they're like, it's not gambling. We're just playing dice. I just have dice in my pocket.
Yeah.
I happen to throw out on the desk and everyone hollers.
Yeah, that used to be the thing. Yeah, that was. It came back. That's awesome. Yeah, they had the dice. The dice was a big thing when I was in like 7th, 8th grade. I had no idea they came back in style. That's wonderful. People had all kind of dice. They had some really cool looking dice too. I like them. I didn't want to play though. They dice look dope. But
that's crazy, man. I love that too. Like, is this during the championship series too? When this is happening, or it's the playoffs?
It's playoffs, I think.
Yeah, but
I don't know when that specific footage happened, but yeah.
Jordan's in the locker room, man, chilling, not with his teammates, not with anyone else.
That too.
He's Jordan, with security guards.
Security guards, his own security guards, throwing quarters at a wall for like double or nothing.
Yeah.
Just to make sure he could win, and he lost twice, and then got the shrug done to him.
Yeah.
He had to be.
Well, Jordan bet him. He's like 1 to 4.
Yeah,
he was like my one against your 4. He gave him 4 tries, and he hit it on the first one.
And then shrugged on him.
Yeah,
that was so wild and hilarious. But that's another thing I wanted to hit on. You notice my man Jordan had an office in the locker room.
That was his office?
It looked. I mean, when you think about it, it looked like an office, right?
I thought it was just like a little extra space.
The homie Randy Brown came in there, and Jordan sitting down in his full-on suit, where everybody else is still in their game clothes. He's like, "How many tickets do you need?" And just hands him tickets, and then says, "All right, get out." Like,
that's what's up, dude.
He had like an office in the locker room. The stunt level was different,
dude. Jordan
in a whole suit at that.
I love it.
So yeah, he doesn't have a gambling. He has a competition problem.
Yeah, he has to come.
Yeah, my guy.
I like this comment. Saying that Jordan's going to die gambling. He said he's going to be in a nursing home betting on who croaks first. And that will be a Jordan thing to do.
It would be.
Yeah.
It would be. And he'd hold on just half a second longer.
Yeah.
He would.
Like, he would.
Yeah,
he would.
He's not going to lose. He's not losing that. He's absolutely not losing that competition. Jordan. None of that's happening.
I can see him once it gets to the end too. Like, say it's down to him and somebody else. You know, they're like who are in this pool, and they're like, Jordan's like, how about this, man? We both pull the life support at the same time. See who lasts the longest.
So Jordan would have a posthumous bet on whose gravesite workers could get his casket covered the fastest.
What?
He'd have a posthumous bet on who could like get the casket buried the fastest. To him and somebody else.
He's gonna have. He's also gonna have parlays on what happens at events that happen at his funeral too, and he'll be up in heaven writing it down. Told you, God, got that one
exactly. But yeah, so the gambling thing was interesting. I think, in a way, too much was made of it. The fact that he was in a playoff game and then it blew up because they were like, "Oh, he went gambling. That's why he lost the playoff game." Mm-hmm. Although that would still happen today.
Are you talking about him going to Atlantic City?
Yeah, going to Atlantic City.
I like that story though because so they say reporters or whatever they come up with article next morning. It was like Jordan was seen at the Atlantic casinos or whatever until 2:30 a.m. Jordan leaves with his dad or his whole family in a limo after the game. I'm sure. What time do you think that game ended?
Probably 9:30, 10. No, probably about 10.
10. All right. Let's say he left. Where was he at? Madison Square Garden. Yeah. He's at Madison Square Garden. Leaves there at 9:30 p.m. Jordan says, so they say, he's in the casino. He's seen there at 2:30 a.m. Yeah. Jordan says, I don't know what the big deal is. He said, he repeats the story and he's like, I was back by, he's like midnight, maybe 1 o'clock. I was already back at my hotel. Did you know from Madison Square Garden to the Atlantic casinos, it's a 4-hour drive?
That's what it is.
The timetable does not make any sense. Like what Jordan's trying to say. He was like,
I wonder how long that was.
Yeah, he's trying to make it be like, it's right across the street, man. Like it's right there. He's like, I can throw a rock.
That's my thing. I'm like, okay, I know New York is close to Jersey, but it can't be that close.
Yeah.
Because after a game, you still got to do your media real quick. You got to do your media, and then you got to get everybody in a limo. Limos don't exactly move that. They don't move like hot, really super fast, right?
Yeah.
So then you get there, you check into Atlantic City, and you're out by 2. Okay, you're back. No.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't back.
That math was different.
But I love his revisionist history. Revisionist memory. Yeah. Sure. I love it.
He just twists the story up.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I like how when all the gambling stuff broke out. First of all, would your dad do your press for you?
No, my dad would. I know that's a move my dad would.
I think my dad would do that.
Yeah. I think a lot of dads would do that though for their son.
You got in the press. Yeah, I got you. I think they would do that. That was really funny though. He's like, yeah, my dad, dad decided to go do it for me. Mm-hmm. I'm like, he didn't ask or anything. His dad decided to go out there, and maybe he did, but still. But yeah, that was really wild. That was a wild story. And then him finally addressing it. He's like, I'm gonna address his name with Amar Rashad with shades on, dark shades.
Yeah,
can't see his eyes. A dark background. Mm-hmm. Do you have a gambling problem? No, I don't have a gambling problem. I can stop anytime I want. What'd he say? If I had a gambling problem, I'd be broke hawking my championship rings and selling my furniture and stuff like that.
That's what he said.
Jordan, you have Nike money coming in every day, bruh.
Yeah.
You're not going to go broke anytime soon. What are you talking about? If you got
to be the worst gambler of all gamblers of all time for you to lose all that money to where you had to resort to selling your own Jordans and your own rings and all that.
Exactly. While you're still actively playing.
Yeah, Michael Jordan, ultimate spin cycle, man.
Oh yeah, he said
every time
he literally said everything an addict says. They say addicts say. Like when you watch Intervention, those are all intervention lines. Like I can stop anytime I want if I want to stop gambling. I don't have to gamble. No.
Yeah, I know the directors have taken some heat of how they've done this documentary. Yeah, and editing, and apparently, like, I don't know if I really believe Jordan had to sign off on, because I'm pretty sure they addressed at the beginning of this or in all these interviews leading up to the release of this, people talking about it, and the director, he said, I don't think MJ's given any final sign off on anything. He said, yeah, you can pretty much use whatever you want. He might have had like one or two things he didn't want really discussed. Yeah. But
it's Enrique something that's been heavily like influenced by Jordan at all.
Yeah,
like, it's pretty raw.
Yeah, but I want to bring up one criticism that I think would be fair. If the editor had gotten, or the director or whatever, had gotten some footage of MJ loading his clothes into a washing machine and starting the washing machine and getting the audio of the washing machine starting and the spin cycle going, and then just having that little image playing right before or as MJ is taking something to the spin cycle every time. Every time we just have a little cutaway to MJ as he's starting up his spin cycle, as he's loading up.
His spins are powerful, bro. His spin cycle is so strong. He's so good at it.
I love it, man.
He's so good at it. It was incredible. I was dying at that. I was watching my dad, and my dad looks at me. I look at him like, so he was an addict, basically, is what he's saying, right? He had a gambling problem. Like that's what he's saying. Everything about that said gambling problem.
Dude, I like that. I'm using that. In the future, though.
What, if you get addicted to something?
If I get addicted to something, I don't have an addiction problem. I have a competition problem.
That's such a great
you don't
line.
understand, Mom. The crackhead who lives out by the dumpsters at our apartment complex said, "Hey, man, bet you can't do as much crack as me every day." I was like, "Well, bet. I'll put 20 on it too."
yeah. Oh, also the other part was that during the gambling thing, they had him rush to the golf course. And he was like, yeah, I won on that hole. I won, what he say? I won like 40 on that hole. He's like, yo, what is going on?
All right, and two, so I talk a lot about, I'm sure on the show I've mentioned a few times, like I'm always down to gamble with people. Or I'm like, yeah, bet you want to put money on it. Yeah. I'm the biggest. I talk way about gambling more than I actually do it. And when I saw Mike out there, though, he actually gambles, and him out on that golf course, it's very apparent that Michael Jordan thinks he's a lot better than he actually is at golf, but he's ready to throw that money on it. And I saw me on that golf course with MJ. I was like, man, that's me. Because when I'm off the golf course and we're talking money, I'm going to beat you. Like, I'll put $1,000 on it right now on this next round. Let's go play. And then as I'm doing it, I'm like, man, I'm really not as good as I remember. And I think that's just like the same cycle MJ kept repeating. So it didn't seem like he was that good at golf.
Well, I think he was better than his teammates. But he wasn't better than Golf Hustler Slim. I forgot his last name.
Yes, and that's the next image. Slim Bowler.
Slim Bowler,
yes. Get the images. Yeah.
I want this on the poll. Can you trust anyone named Slim?
Yeah, I'll write that down.
Is there a trustworthy Slim on the planet? If you know one, please comment and let us know. If you watch this back later, please just tell us if you know a trustworthy Slim. I don't know. I don't think I would trust anyone named Slim, especially if they wear like golf attire.
It wasn't
if someone named Slim has to go to the golf course, I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Exactly.
I don't even play golf no more. My club's burned in the fire.
I feel like Dave Chappelle had a skit about that pimp ball they had or whatever, that pimp convention. Yeah. Pretty sure it was a pimp named Slim that looks a lot like Slim Bowler in those clubs.
The name Slim does not speak to legal occupations.
Yes.
Like ain't nobody calling you telemarketing like, hey, I'm Slim. Nah. That's a whole hustle.
Yeah.
Anyone named Slim is hustling. You have to be.
If you decide to name your child Slim, you might as well just go ahead and give your child a face tattoo while you're at it. Because it's not like they're gonna be able to, like you said, they're not gonna be able to get hold down or get a job.
No one's gonna trust you. Like if you name your child Slim, just put him in like con man school.
Yeah.
Because that's what they're gonna be. Some form of con man. They're gonna be very good at it, but that's the path they're on.
Like I told you that joke off air that I heard earlier today. I'm pretty sure 90% of all people who file their taxes under the name Slim also file their job as a certified hustler.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's nothing trustworthy about that name.
What's your occupation? I'm a certified hustler. Slim.
Yeah. Slim. Yeah. Slim bowler. Yeah. What a guy.
And I really wanted. I had to get that sketch in there because I don't know if this is an actual sketch of inside the courtroom. Because did Slim really pull up with the golf jacket and the cashmere golf jacket and the clubs with him?
Nah,
did he walk into the courtroom with clubs? Yeah, I noticed that last night. And that's just, but I don't know if that was legit from inside the courtroom or some artist just
was he so confident that he was gonna get off? He's like, I'll be on the golf course by the end of this day.
Exactly. No, I imagine Slim.
Yeah. A Slim would be that confident. A golf person Slim would definitely be like, I'll be out here before the day's over on the course.
And I really want to know. I really want to see Slim walk with that golf bag on his back because I'm pretty sure it's hard to execute a smooth pimp walk
with a golf bag.
With a golf bag.
It does seem difficult. It seems very difficult.
But I imagine Slim,
if anybody pull it off,
step, walking in, telling the judge, "Hey, you got 30 minutes of my time. I got a tee time in 45. Let's get this thing going."
Like he already paid the judge off.
Exactly.
He's like, yo, you know what time I got to be out of here. Let's shop this, get this on done, man. Let's get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah, Slims aren't trustworthy in the world. Sorry, this is not. You can't trust the Slim.
And too, I love the two guys. They feature or who we just brought up, John Michael Wozniak. And Slim. I feel like they're kind of just the white and black version of each other. How they looked, like with the curls and everything.
Yeah.
And that I don't know. It might have just been the curls, but I felt like in some of the clips they'd shown, I was like, I don't know. Those two guys just kind of carried themselves in like the same way.
That was really
very nonchalant.
Yeah, that was pretty. That was the gambling stuff is hilarious, man.
Yeah.
Jordan's out here gambling on throwing quarters at a wall.
Mm-hmm.
You got a whole game to play. You throwing quarters at a wall.
Yeah.
You don't go watch some film.
Well, Jordan would be in the back of the plane gambling tens of thousands of dollars, and then he'd walk up to the front of the plane and go
for a $1 a hand.
$1 hand, yeah.
They playing for a $1 hand. He's like, "Why you want to play with us? Because I want your money."
Well, yeah. So
I want your money in my pocket.
If I'm Jordan and somebody hooked me up to a lie detector test, and I'm really trying to prove that I'm not lying when I say I have a competition problem, not a.
Oh yeah, that story.
I would use that story. That would be prime story.
Why.
Yeah, exactly.
And the thing is, when competition meets gambling, they become both.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have a problem
that's
with both,
true.
very clearly.
Yeah.
But he's like, nah, it's just competition. I just like to compete.
Yeah.
A bunch of money. Sometimes a little bit of money. See, I be gambling for a little bit of money that I don't even need. That means it's not a gambling problem anymore.
Exactly.
Like, all right, bro. All right, Michael. We got you. We see what's going on here.
Yeah.
But yeah, the spin cycle was beautiful. It was a beautiful spin. I loved it.
Yeah.
But he was clearly a gambling addict.
It's like I've heard a few people say, I know somebody in particular, like a family member, they got diabetes, and I heard somebody telling them like, how's your blood sugar been doing? Like, you've been healthy or whatever, and they took it to the spin cycle real quick, and they're asking about their diet, and there's like, I don't know why you're asking about my diet. It's my blood sugar that's bad. And it was like, well, I mean, you got a bad blood sugar because of the bad diet.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't know what you're talking about, though. Well, what does my diet have to do with this? It's my blood sugar.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's exactly it. So this gambling story that became a very big deal during the playoffs and during Jordan's run leads right into this thing about the fame of Michael Jordan at the time, and how worn down he was from it, for one, and how messy it got. The fame thing, man. You got somebody writing a book about you called the Jordan Rules. They didn't even talk to you for it.
Yeah, Stan Smith.
Yeah, that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And
how do you feel about Stan
He was
Smith
definitely in the spin
quick?
cycle. He was in the spin cycle too. My man was like, I had no idea the book would blow up. I don't know why it blew up. Really? You don't know why it blew up? You heard all these stories no one had heard that you got from other unnamed sources around him, and then you're like, yeah, people just wanted to read the book about him. I didn't expect that. Really, Sam?
I find it really hard
Really,
to believe Stan Smith.
Stan. I'm sorry. I called him Sam. Stan.
Wait, what's his name?
I think it is Stan. Let me look up the book real quick. Jordan Rules. But keep talking.
Wait, is it Stan Smith? So is he the Adidas Stan Smith?
No, this is the author of
Sam Smith. That's right.
Smith.
It was Sam Smith.
He wrote the he just wrote the book. Yeah.
He wrote the book.
Yeah.
Well, I was saying Stan Smith earlier about.
Yeah.
But I don't really trust Sam Smith.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not in any way, shape, form, fashion.
He's all right or whatever. I mean, I don't know the dude. I won't judge him too bad, but
he was in the spin cycle with the book.
He was in the spin cycle with the book. I forgot we got I forgot we had an image. I guess we wanted to address.
Oh, good.
With still talking about the gambling.
Oh,
the MJ. Will you bring up the MJ shade?
Oh yeah. That's how he went to his interview to address his gambling addiction.
Yeah.
That's what he
Wearing
wore.
shades.
Yeah, with dark shades on.
Yeah.
Saying, I don't have a gambling problem.
And so, while we'll throw this, Titus, this was in Ahmad, what's his name?
Ahmad Rashad.
I learned, and I think I'm guessing they showed a picture of it last night, and I just didn't really put two and two together. But do you know who was Ahmad Rashad's groomsman? He only had 2 groomsmen.
I don't.
And he is married to Claire Huxtable.
Yes.
What's her real name?
Felicia Rashad.
Will you pull up that image, please? Oh, is it not? You might have to refresh the because that was like the last one I'd put in there.
All right, so yeah, 2 groomsmen in the wedding.
Yeah, 2 groomsmen in the wedding. Do you want to take a stab at like?
Was Michael one of them?
No.
Oh no, it was OJ. Was OJ one of them?
Yeah.
I knew it. Yeah. Because I think they may have played on the same football team actually. They may have played in the NFL together.
That may be right.
Yeah,
that may be right.
I think that's the thing.
And do you see who that is to the right? Who his other groomsman is?
Who is that?
Bill Cosby.
Whoa. Oh, okay. That makes
a shot at.
Man, that picture aged badly.
Rolling up with my
boy.
Wow.
That picture aged so terribly. That's incredible. That's a 0 for 2. It took a long time, but that's a real 0 for 2. Sheesh. Oh yeah, I do see Cosby. You know what? I was looking at the wrong person. Did Cosby walk? Did Cosby?
He might have escorted
Felicia.
Yeah, Felicia.
That's what it looks like.
I mean, he was America's dad.
Yeah, and they were
and her dad.
They were on that show for years.
Yeah,
they were on the show for years.
Yeah,
so
but yeah, I mean, I heard that today on the radio, and I was like, man, that is so good.
That's wild. Yeah,
like that's wild. Like,
man,
you decide just to have 2 groomsmen,
yeah,
supposedly, and there they are.
Yeah. Man, that's like scares you about groomsmen now. Like y'all don't do nothing crazy.
Yeah.
And make this picture look bad in 30, 40 years, please.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Can you do your OJ real quick? Can you do the OJ real quick? Just one time. One time for the culture.
Hello, Twitter world.
I love that.
Hey, Ahmad.
That's how he went.
I got your wedding ring right here.
That's exactly how he did it.
Bill, pass me that drink.
So yeah, to the fame monster, man. The fame monster that Michael had. That press was just, I don't know how he did it. Between the press and then this was still back when people could find your hotel. With hotel athletes that, and then everybody would swarm the hotel and just be there, and you can't leave your room because there's people outside. I'm glad that stopped, by the way. I'm glad they don't let people know the hotels they're at anymore.
Yeah.
Because that's a terrible, I can't imagine that.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
So with this whole MJ fame, and we kind of addressed it a little bit with the whole Nike discussion. Dude, nobody, I don't think Michael Jordan set a new precedent. He raised the bar on what fame is, I feel like. Especially for being an athlete. I guess you could say the Beatles experienced this kind of fame.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson. You got a comment or something?
No, yeah, I was like, yeah.
Oh, you want to
comment? No, it was my mom said, "Dear Lord, a picture of criminals." about the wedding photo. But yeah.
But
yeah, it's like that wasn't. Yeah, you're saying like Michael Jackson saw that. The Beatles probably saw fame like that.
Yeah, but no athlete had ever seen that, and it was ridiculous, dude. Like, because it was just one. He's just one dude too.
Right.
Like, he's not a band or anything like that. And this was pre-social media. This was pre-everybody really having access to the internet or anything like that. And it was that bad. I would say what MJ dealt with is worse than what 99% of athletes and celebrities deal with today.
Well, there's only 1% of athletes that are that famous, though. So
yeah. Okay, that's true. But I would also...
I think they're more protected, but they're more out there in a way, too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would argue that they're definitely more protected, just in the example you brought up, as in they have more, secrecy and where they're going, where they're staying. It's just not available to the press. And also, social media has also eliminated a lot of paparazzi jobs or, maybe journalist jobs, because really we can get a lot of our content from what just the random dude who saw MJ, walking down the street. He's got a camera phone. He can put it on Twitter, and it's going to get a million retweets.
But then they send it to TMZ and get paid for it.
Well, yeah, they get but I'm just.
I think it's a different landscape, but I think it's probably still. I think it's terrible in a different way. Because now, like you said, you can go to Jordan could go gamble at 2 a.m. and they only found out he probably did that so many times they just found out that one time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can see videos of Kawhi at the club with at the strip club for no reason.
Apparently, that was a fake Kawhi
in New Balance.
Did you know that?
They said it was a fake Kawhi.
Yeah. Okay. That was very similar to a quad, but apparently, what I heard is that that was a dude who lives in Atlanta who looks exactly like Kawhi, and it was like his younger sister's idea. He was like, "Hey, let's go to Magic City. Like Kawhi's in town. Let's go to Magic City. You put on because he likes to do Kawhi impersonation."
Okay.
I mean, that's a good cover up that Kawhi's uncle came up with.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure he paid a girl to say that.
Yeah, Uncle Dennis definitely pulled that one off.
Yeah, Uncle Dennis.
But yeah, I
like how we just got off into that for a second.
But yeah, it's like you go outside now. It's known if you cheat, the woman might expose you on social media for it. Whereas back then you could just cheat and have a bunch of women no one would know about it unless something happened. But yeah, it's a different level it's definitely a different level of fame though.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, I think they are more protected now, but there's also more exposed in a way.
Yeah.
As opposed to them just being all that outside. And back then, for real, I think I don't know when I think it really fully. Dan Le Batard always says it fully changed with Tiger Woods, but back then, what you did off the court wasn't really talked about that much unless it affected on the court.
Yeah.
Or people perceived it affected on the court. You can have a whole life outside the court that if it didn't affect it, no one cared.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think that changed at some point. But it looks like it changed with him because the gambling thing. I mean, I guess gambling does relate to sports. It's like, are you gambling on basketball? So I guess I can see the comp there. And this is after the Pete Rose era too, so I can kind of see the parallels there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was wild, man. That those images of people chasing after the bus and everything, it was a crazy time.
Yeah, I think for sure MJ I think it was just that's emotionally, physically draining.
Oh yeah.
And I couldn't imagine going through it, and
I totally
it did change. I think with him it changed. I think
I think so too.
With the Air Jordans, Nike, McDonald's, everything
Gatorade.
else under the sun, Gatorade, that he was, pretty much a walking billboard for. That's just a lot, man.
My dad said Uncle Dennis is like Slim.
I
could see that. Uncle Dennis is Slim.
I bet you Kawhi's nickname for Uncle Dennis.
Yeah, someone in the family calls Uncle Dennis Slim for
Probably.
sure. He's definitely a Slim. That's
for
what
sure.
Call, Dad.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, that fame monster, man. And then I want to say while we're talking about this fame monster, shout out to Atlanta for doing it better than everybody as always.
Good Lord,
62,000 in the dome.
That still hasn't been beaten yet, has it? Well, I guess maybe like college.
Game. Yeah.
What about college? Final Fours, I guess maybe.
Probably beat
That's crazy. 62,000. And those people in the top couldn't even see the.
Yeah, and
they were just there to be there.
And it still wasn't even sold out. This is seats.
No, he said. I'm pretty sure. I think it was sold out. I'm pretty sure the dude said
he
said like if we could have sat. Yeah, he said
they could have released more.
Yeah,
yeah.
He said we could have released 15,000 more tickets for this, and they would have all been.
And they wouldn't be able to see anything at all.
Yeah,
they would have been in there. Because you got to, in basketball setups, got to look different for a basketball game. You can't have so many spots open.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that was a wild scene. Atlanta did it better though.
Yeah, they did.
60,000. The dome sold out because Atlanta parties better than everybody as always.
Oh, for sure.
Atlanta wins always. That's when I shout Atlanta during that. But yeah, you can totally understand why he retired that first time.
Yeah,
because he even I know he had always said that he was kind of mentally exhausted towards the end of that run. That was a quote that people had brought up, and they were saying that because some people would say they thought they would have won 9 straight, and they're like Jordan was done. Jordan was or 8 straight. Jordan was tired. They were like Jordan was tired. He said he was tired, and I don't think. And I always said that because I remember finding the quote and seeing him say that, but then actually seeing what was going on at that time, like man, I'd have been done.
Yeah,
I've been out of there too.
Well, and then you throw on top of the fact that you lose your number one confidant, your supporter, your dad.
Yes.
Unexpectedly too, to murder. So that's like triple.
Yeah, it's
of,
like I'm good.
Already the fatigue you had.
And you just need a break. And I get that retirement makes so much more sense when you just think about it from that perspective. And burnout's a real thing, man. Burnout's not talked about enough in anything, but that kind of burnout is such a different monster. A UFC fighter, Robert Whittaker, talked about how he took probably maybe close to 6-7 months off.
But
he said he was just tired. just from training and working out. And like and that's just training and working out and being at home. This is I'm working out. I'm trying to win a championship, my third championship, do something that hasn't been done, that hasn't been done that often. I'm trying to handle media. I'm trying to do all this competition stuff that I have.
I'm trying to keep the team I have right now together too.
Yes.
Fighting up against an organization or a GM that's trying to trade my assets.
It was so much to deal with, and the retirement makes so much sense when you look at it like that. And I think that's a good way for people to look at all of this in general, because like I think we as fans, we take a lot of stuff for granted sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, oh, you don't have that much to do, you just go and play a game. It's not just playing a game for these top guys. It's a lot of obligations. From press to your, not only press to your company.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your sponsors, you gotta do stuff for them. On top of that, you gotta handle that. You gotta handle your basketball responsibilities, your outside responsibilities, your family responsibilities. If you're taking care of your family and stuff, which I'm assuming they are, a lot of them are. It's a lot, man. Those guys, like, it's a lot of burnout. Burnout's a real thing, and I think everyone's take a year off.
Mm-hmm.
Every great athlete should take a year off randomly.
I think
come
so
back,
too.
You know.
Yeah.
Andrew Luck, I think he's coming back at some point, but I think he's probably burnt out from being injured and living life.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, Gronk did it. So.
Yeah, Gronk did. Yeah. Gronk did it. Burnout's real, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fame.
I was gonna have something else I was gonna add to it, but I'll save it because it kind of goes with the
next
athletic.
topic.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to
I'm
go
good
with that.
Yeah. So this is the last topic. They talked about Jordan's lack of activism, you could say.
Yeah. Civil and or political.
Yeah, his lack of interest in that field, and this is something that I think. I know you want to address it. And I wanted to address it just because I think it's a weird thing, because black athletes they do have like this kind of social requirement in a way that we put, that this pressure that gets put on them to have to speak up about things. But I don't think, for me personally, I don't think everyone's required to do it. I think if you choose to do it, I respect that. If you choose not to do it, okay. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I don't necessarily, I know he always got that, Jordan specifically always had that Republicans about shoes too quote held against him.
Mm-hmm.
And I get why it was. It's like such a I'm not involved in this just to protect myself and my brand,
mm-hmm.
which I get why people would be bothered by that, especially when he was the biggest athlete at the time. It's like you can probably spark some change and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I think one thing that's kind of unfair is that it's not required of every athlete. It's required of specific athletes, and mainly black athletes. When it could be required of, to me, I think you can get more done if not just black athletes are speaking up, because I think Barack Obama even said it a little bit about how if black athletes speak up, it's a risk because people are going to, most likely, if you say the wrong thing, people are going to turn on you very fast, and it's going to be a very difficult road for you.
Mm-hmm.
I think more responsibility should be put on, if you ask someone to do it, don't just expect it of the black athletes, expect it of athletes,
mm-hmm.
not just a specific, don't just put all that burden on black athletes, spread that burden out to everyone. It shouldn't be a temporary responsibility for some and not for others. Because I think everyone would have to do that. I don't think Magic spoke up that much. Anyone cared about Magic not talking that much about stuff.
Yeah.
No one in that era really. I don't think people really pick and choose when they care about it. And I felt like, for Jordan specifically, I know the way he's worded it, and apparently Jesse Helms is a reprehensible human being. I don't know much about Jesse Helms, but everyone has said he was an awful person, pretty much. So I get him not wanting, but I do also understand I don't want to do a commercial when I don't know this guy. I don't want to be an advertiser for someone I don't know. I get that, but I'll send money to the fund, which sending money's fine too. I mean, that's kind of a big deal as well. It's in the political field, so I understood that perspective. But I will say he still kind of played the outside even in retirement. So the argument doesn't hold up as well, that he was just, I didn't want to be involved because I was worried to focus on my career, because your playing career is over now. You do have more free time to do things, to be involved in things, and he's really not. He does kind of just play the middle, which is fine. Like, but I just don't think the argument that specific argument he used, where he was like, I was focused on my career at the time, holds up when you see him in retirement. And he's still kind of on the outside playing defense a little bit, which is totally his right. But I specifically don't want to require athletes to have to do that stuff.
Yeah.
I think it should be either on everyone or on no one.
Yeah.
Not just people who choose to go in that field. It should be all. I think social things should be all of our responsibility in general. I think we all need to be curious about that and trying to address it and trying to better situations for people, or listen to people and understand what they're talking about, even if you don't agree, just trying to understand it. But I don't think we need to always put that responsibility on the athletes, because sometimes athletes just athletes, bro. Everybody's not versed in stuff. Everybody's not researched on things. Doesn't understand things, and we shouldn't expect them to have to. in general, just because we want them to. We shouldn't expect that. And I think it's an unfair barrier to put on them sometimes. I think that's my spill. Did that make sense? Did that sound good?
Yeah.
Thank you. I feel like I was rambling a little bit, but I was trying to get my
you're
point.
good. I completely agree with you. What's dude's name from South Carolina?
Harvey Gantt.
Not
the
dude.
Jesse Helms.
Yeah, Jesse Helms. Yeah, you're correct. I mean, from what I've heard and just kind of know about him,
reprehensible.
That word. Yeah, terrible dude. And I think that's what made it look so bad.
Yeah.
Is because he was going against Gantt. Is Gantt or Grant?
Harvey Gantt.
Harvey Gantt.
Yeah.
He was going up against somebody who was blatantly racist.
Right.
And so that didn't make it look good, but I'm totally with you, dude. I don't understand why we expect and make these celebrities and athletes or whatever be the voice or be the leader and all this stuff. I just love how, as a collective of us, like little people or, the normal people out here, we push so heavy on, we like to point fingers and tell somebody else to fix it or make it, better. So we point to the celebrities. We tell them, like, you're the ones who's supposed to leading this. You're supposed to do this. We do it the same way with the government too. We want them to step in, and get involved when, not, and I'm not talking about just like race related.
Yeah,
anything, anything in general. Like, we just like to point to the other. And when really, I mean, if we all just did what we're supposed to do and just be decent, normal human beings, like, it would all be fine. And so that's what kind of makes me mad is that, because I completely agree with you. And what I really respect about Jordan is that Jordan doesn't like just come out of the bushes for this one thing and then goes back into the bushes. Comes out he was consistent. He was like, I'm not commenting on any of this stuff. He's like, I'm not going to be involved with it. This is who I am. I'm just here to play basketball. And he dropped one of my, I think, best lines in this. And I thought it held a lot of weight when he said, look, he's pretty much just saying, look, I viewed my role in this world and, here, like, my purpose, I'm a basketball player. I just want to play basketball.
Right. He
And
stands as a role model.
Yeah, and he wasn't just addressing, his lack of activism, but also his when they were bringing up his gambling as well, stuff like that. He was like, look, if you want to make me your role model, like, that's fine, but that's up to you, though. It's like me, I'm just a basketball player. And he didn't come out just purposely doing wrong things and try to make noise in the media, stuff like that. And I think also what kind of bugs me too is that Michael in itself, no, he didn't come out and publicly support Gantt, or he hasn't publicly come out on any of these issues, really.
He came out once, I think, a couple years ago.
I feel like he was pressured to do that or something.
But he did. That's the only time he ever
was it the Charlottesville thing?
It may have something happened in Charlotte, actually.
Okay.
Charlottesville, something happened specifically in Charlotte, I think. And he finally came out. But even then, he still did like a double where he donated to the Legal Defense Fund, the NAACP, and then also donated to the police.
Yeah.
The police thing. So he still kind of, that's the one time he did speak up, but he still did kind of play the middle of it. Because that's just him. And that's him, that's fine. Like, I don't criticize him for it. That's who he is, who he chooses to be, and that's, whatever. That's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we should respect the athletes that choose to use their platform to speak up. But we shouldn't require others to do it.
Exactly. But kind of the point I want to get to too is that I think you can make an argument, I may be stretching a little bit here, but the things that Michael Jordan did on the basketball court and the way he polarized like the game and athlete fame, I feel like it transcended across all races. It shows that in every like little bit of this whole documentary. There were people all the way from Australia, Argentina, who saved up for years and would wanted to go to the U.S., go to Chicago, and see Michael Jordan play. And I think even though he's not out here vocally like telling us how he thinks or what we should think or what we should do, I think that in itself like is powerful enough to where like you have this like black athlete becoming pretty much kind of like a god on earth to where, I mean, race didn't really matter. Everybody loved Michael Jordan. And I felt I mean, I don't know. It may be a stretch, but I just feel like when people have like as a young white kid and you grow up and your idol is like a Michael Jordan, like you're not just idolizing like other white people. It's like incorporating a different culture. You're getting to learn that, and you're respecting too. Like this dude, like he's not the same race as I am, but I mean, not just a great basketball player, but he's just a human being as well.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know
like what I'm trying to get at. I don't get why.
I
mean, I think just that in himself, like, why isn't that kind of enough? Because I felt like that's had it's changed some people's like perspectives or views on.
It's possible.
Yeah.
I think the counter that would be that if he still uses unifying ability, because I mean, sports are a unifier, and he was a great unifier in terms of, like you said, people from all over every country, other countries, different races were all coming to see him. I do think the counter to that would be, but if he used that platform, if he did actually speak on something with all the attention he got from everyone, it could have had a faster impact and a less sports related impact. It could have like a real life impact.
Yeah.
A quicker one than maybe someone understanding more about another culture because of him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the one counter to that point.
Mm-hmm.
Is that he could have impacted. His impact could have been different if he did speak on something. Maybe someone from another race would have gotten interested in it, and then they would have learned more that way.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I think.
But I do get your point. For sure.
With that, I guess not really a counter, but I have thought about that. But the way I kind of think about, I guess I thought about it was kind of the way MJ thought about it, because just as many people as you went over, I feel like you're going to lose just as many. Which
it's a bro being a vocal I'm losing my words. Being a vocal spokesman as a black athlete specifically is a high risk play.
Yeah.
It's a very high risk play. Because I mean, we've seen it. Even if like it can be something minute, but if you say anything about something, people get very upset. Especially in this in the social media era.
Yeah.
Like people get very upset with you and start to like dislike you. Like the shut up and dribble thing that happened.
Yeah.
It became a thing. It's like
that
it
was
became
ridiculous.
Yeah. It became that can happen very, very quickly, and people turn on you just because of that.
Yeah.
So it's a high risk, high reward thing, and I don't bash anyone for not getting involved in it, because that's your choice as a person.
Yeah.
Because like you said, we could all be doing a little. I mean, we could all be doing a little better in terms of that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to just. I think from the sidelines, it's easy to say, "Oh, risk this and that," when we don't have that much on. We don't have as much on the lines as they do.
Mm-hmm.
They have literal like. There's probably sometimes millions at stake for them in these situations, so it's hard to ask for them to risk that in terms of. I don't think you should ask them to risk that when we don't have any of that risk.
Yeah.
Or anything close to that risk.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of my spiel. Yeah. But yeah, I think that went well. I was kind of nervous about that topic coming in here.
Yeah,
I want you
leave.
Yeah. I want my words gonna come together. But I think we did pretty well with that. Y'all think we did good? Thank you. I appreciate it. Hopefully everyone agrees. That's because he still won that. Well, my dad said for that person Jesse Helms was, why did anyone speak on that? He did still win, so I guess.
Yeah, he did win.
It could have helped a little bit.
Yeah,
he did still get got the W.
I saw Stephen A. made that argument though too. He's like, it's really all about people going to the polls. So if you have, I don't get that either. Like, if you see a celebrity on your TV tell you to go vote for somebody, and that's what makes you get up and go vote for somebody, like you need to like check yourself and like what you really think.
If you get up
and
then look into it, if it encourages you to look into the person,
yeah. But MJ told me to go vote for this guy, so you know what? I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna read what he thinks or anything. I'm just gonna go vote for him.
Fun fact about Jesse Helms, Lou Holtz kind of resigned from Arkansas because he endorsed Jesse Helms for like a TV commercial.
No way.
And then he got backlash for it, and he ended up having to like resign. And there was kind of the rumor that was related to that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I found like a New York Times archive he related because of that. he pretty much resigned because he endorsed Jesse Helms. They're like, why are you endorsing Jesse Helms? What's wrong with you? Yeah. So
I don't know that Jesse Helms. I didn't know he's a racist. I can't do a good. I'm gonna have to work on my Lou Holtz.
Yeah. That's how that goes. But yeah, man. The last thing I will say. What's to say? Yeah, like my mom commented and said, I think he saw his job as playing basketball and chose not to get caught up in a lot of other things, which I think was smart. Speaking out sometimes is a risk for blacks. It's the hard truth, and that's facts. Yeah. And like I said, like I think we're both in the same boat. The athletes, just because you play sports, you're not a role model. It doesn't automatically make you a role model.
Yeah, just because you were on a movie.
Yeah, we have to limit. We have to understand that there is Like people, I think people say it's for about athletes. Oh, they're role models. Like, no, they're not.
Yeah,
they're athletes. If they choose to, but if they choose to sell themselves, if they choose to become role models, that's a different thing. But just because you play a sport, I don't know anything about you because you play a sport and you're in a commercial.
Yeah,
you play a sport, you're in a commercial. I don't know who you are. I just know that I really like to watch you play sports.
Yeah,
and the rest of that stuff is whatever. That doesn't make you a role model
in
terms of like a life role model. You can be an athletic role model, but yeah,
agreed.
Absolutely. So I think that wraps that up.
Yeah,
that was part 5 and 6.
Yeah.
You got a comment?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Oh, we're good. Yeah. I think we did good. Hope y'all enjoy this. Go check out. We got a Tiger King podcast out with the controversial opinion from someone on the show that was released early this morning. So y'all go check that out. One of the hosts of the show had a very controversial opinion. Had to fight off a whole room of people. Got crazy. Got real. Where are you pointing at me? Are you pointing at me?
You.
I think I was the least controversial person. You know what I was? I think I was being logical and rational.
No, you weren't.
That's what I was doing.
No, you weren't.
And I think people didn't like it. That's what happened. We won't be on next Sunday, so we just want to say Happy Mother's Day. Throw it out there early. Happy Mother's Day. Throw it out there now.
Happy Mother's Day.
Absolutely. Salute to that. DM us topics that you want us to talk about too, or anything. It can be sports. It can be sports or non-sports. Just send it to us. Let us know what you tag us in it. Tag Not the Experts. Tag us and hashtag NTE under it. We'll know. We'll look at it. Beware of the murder hornet because I saw one kill a mouse on the internet. So be freaked out and aware because they're real and they're coming to take our cookies and our milk and everything we love. So yeah, be on the lookout. I think that wraps it up. Thank you, Clay and Christina Butler, for being here tonight. We appreciate it, holding us down in the studio.
We bored them for an hour and a half because they don't.
They put up with our show.
They're here for the non-sports.
They are. They do very well. The fact we will be here next Monday night, right?
Yeah, Monday
at 6. Yeah, Monday live at 6 next week. So we'll have that's gonna be like a double dose. We have to figure out what we're gonna do with that one. There's a lot going on next week.
Wait,
we have a week of non-sports and then Last Dance on that Sunday.
Yeah, hopefully nothing interesting happens. On Last Dance.
I pray nothing interesting happens in sports this week because that show. Yeah, we won't need too much interesting happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll be on the lookout. Follow the podcast. Follow the show everywhere. NTE Podcast. Thank you. We gone.
Peace.